All right, it's a nice day here in Michigan. Yesterday I finished doing a lot of work on the NC Miata. If you're interested, go check out this video. But today we are driving 2.5 hours to Gingerman Raceway across Michigan, and we're going to do the first track day in this car. And in all honesty, the NC Miata has a lot more space than my NB. I've got my helmet, my camera stuff. This is sort of like my technology bag. I feel like my trunk does not always work. Let's go ahead, pop this. In here I've got my toolbox, some oil, brake fluid, and a jack. So honestly, it fits basically everything that I need.
Ready to go?
Yeah, we should probably go.
Fucking so tired.
CT's looking good.
Yeah, it's looking good. We'll see how it does with the tires. But
We've got Will up there in the Cadillac in luxury. Honestly, the NC is not that bad on the highway. It's bad on potholes, which in Michigan it's like they're everywhere. But I mean, like once you're at speed and on a smooth road, it's not bad. I feel like the ergonomics are really good. I got comfy seats. The speakers are okay. The wind noise is okay. It's not bad. Okay, we are about 15 minutes from the track. We're making progress. Getting 29 mpg. Not bad, honestly. I think the way from Texas, I got 27.5. So a little bit of an improvement. Maybe the tune is a little bit, more efficient. Who knows? Yeah, we're gonna fill up with the gas and then start ripping. All right, we've made it to Gingerman in the Miata. Not too shabby. Lots of fun cars out today. Miata's ready to go, so I still need to bed the brakes. So we're just gonna do one session, really chill, just to get the brake pads worn in, and then we're good from there. Really just bedding the brakes in. This car is gonna be a learning process, that's for sure. All right, kind of just feeling out the track here. This is where I went off last time. And try not to make that same mistake. Definitely not a lot of brakes. Still need to be bedded in, that's for sure. All right. Starting to feel a little bit better about this car. Car sounds really good. Exhaust is nice. Suspension feels pretty good, honestly. All right, we'll do one more lap, then bring her in. Car's feeling good though. I mean, not too shabby. I don't know what the oil temp is like, but the coolant looks fine at least. It's the only real indication that I have. I gotta just turn way later there. Shifter feels good. I'm gonna start kind of cooling down the car now because I can feel like the brakes are really not happy. I think they are definitely bedded. That's for sure. Now we just need to let them cool down a bit. Man, it's bringing flashbacks to my old NB. So far, first session, Nothing went horrendously wrong. Taking it very, very slow. Really just chilling. Yeah, you know, not a crazy amount to have happen. Just needed to bed the brakes, get some seat time, get used to the car, make sure it doesn't immediately explode. And now we're up from here. So first session done. Nothing really happened, so that was good. Only did a couple laps just to bed the brakes in. Now I'm just gonna let it fully cool down, and then we'll go take it back out. Okay, session number 2, we're gonna run the top up because it's really, really hot. Turn on our aim. So I'm hoping that the brakes are bedded in by now. If not, we're gonna find out probably really quickly. It's actually very impressive. I have headroom with a helmet on with stock seats. That's actually kind of unique. Even in my Civic, I actually didn't have enough headroom, so that's not bad out of a little Miata, power retractable hardtop. I'm about 5'8". Yeah, I'm actually very happy to be able to fit with a helmet on. That's kind of dope.
All right, have fun.
Thank you. All right, let's try to get a little bit more confident now. Hopefully we've got some brakes. Yeah, brakes are feeling good. They're not immediately dead, so maybe we'll be good. We'll just get some heat in the car and the tires. I mean, as far as ergonomics go, it's pretty easy to heel and toe. Push out wide. Now cut in. I feel like I just hit a bird there. Yeah, car's feeling good. Feeling a lot better. Sounds good. All right, we can start going for it a little bit. Feels a little bit squirrely on our braking, but not bad. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm having fun now. Pushing out a little bit too far there. This car is going to be such a nice learning tool for me. Oh, yes. This thing handles nicely. Ooh, I don't know if I have brakes. Try braking here. I might have cooked them. Oh yeah. Okay, it's time to go in. Oh yeah, very, very soft pedal. Okay, we'll have to figure that out. Okay, so I was getting a lot of brake fade at the end of that session. I'm wondering if maybe the bedding process, just I haven't done enough, and that was the true bedding. I can't tell if this fluid has boiled or not. I see it's like touching the top. Maybe I should like take some out. Unsure. Apart from that, the car felt good. So if I can figure out the brakes, I feel like we'll be in business. Okay, we're gonna try just taking some brake fluid out. It's like at the top, pretty hardcore. So we're just gonna dab it with some paper towel, take a little bit out, and yeah, I don't know. We'll give it some time and see if maybe it was just bedding round 2, and then we'll be good from now on, or if it's just, yeah, I don't know, cooked or something. But we'll take some fluid out first. It is definitely very at the top. Took some brake fluid out. We're gonna see if the brakes have more issues this sessions. We'll see how it goes. So I want you to listen to the exhaust specifically as I pull out onto track. Listen really closely. Immediately, the exhaust sounded incredibly loud. Massive leak. It was insanely loud. It's hard to kind of hear it in video. And there were also a lot of noises underneath the car. At the time, I really had no clue what it could be. And for the next like 3 minutes, I drove around the entire track going very slow because I had no clue what it was. I knew that it wasn't a fluid coming out, so I didn't feel bad, you know, just driving along the track, getting back to the pit lane. I just definitely was very worried. Holy fuck. What the fuck is that? It's my O2 sensor. Holy f***. That is trash. Well, that sensor's Dude, I drove around. That was the worst 2 minutes of my entire life.
Yeah, it always sucks being like a roadblock on the track for sure.
Oh my god. Let's see if it is in limp mode. I mean, I don't know how to necessarily tell, but yeah, bit of a leak.
Definitely a bit of a leak.
It seems like it's running fine.
Any code?
No, not yet. I think it's running fine. I think it's just the secondary spots.
I think the secondary, yeah, either came out or that bung broke. So the one that's doing your air fuel is fine.
Yeah.
But you do obviously clearly have a huge exhaust leak right now. So
yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'll shut it off.
Had your own exhaust cut out?
What I was worried because, I mean, I was complaining about the brakes.
Yeah.
I was worried that something happened with the brakes and it was like falling off or something, like the caliper was like dangling or something, but
Yeah.
that definitely sucks. Okay, well, we're gonna jack the car up. I'll try to find a spare O2 sensor, I guess. Yeah. The worst, well, I could try just threading it back in and really nail it down and see, maybe I could just drive home with that. It just sucks being so far away from home. Okay, so here's a closer look at the O2 sensor. It is definitely not going back in the car. These threads are pretty messed up. I'm honestly, man, if the threads weren't messed up, I would just chop this harness, throw it back in the car to fix the exhaust leak, because this is the secondary O2 sensor. There's a primary on the header, and as long as that is intact, the car's fine. It doesn't even go into limp mode. The secondary is more so for when you have a stock car, and you know, mine's tuned, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, we're gonna try going to one of these auto stores out here, see if they got anything for us. I'm really hoping that they'll have some sort of oxygen sensor that'll work, and that the threads aren't messed up on the actual mid-pipe, because that would suck. Okay, we are in Will's Cadillac that is functioning.
A functioning car, yeah.
Except for the left tire, that's not functioning.
Yeah, well, that's the part of being like the first ones to like heavily track these cars is finding out wheel fitment kind of blows.
So we're in the functioning vehicle, and gonna go to the auto store, see if they have some sort of O2 sensor that'll fit, and just fingers crossed that we don't have to drive home in a mega loud car and probably running a little bit unhealthy.
Yep.
I don't know, we'll see. Oh my god. A little bit faster than Okay, so here is the old sensor. We went to O'Reilly's, pretty close to track. We got a couple of things, a sensor socket. I also got a sensor for a Ford Fusion, the 2.5 liter, just in case I want to actually use it. Yeah, I would have to basically cut the harness, so we're not gonna use this one first. And then we also got an M18, which I think this is the size. We'll see if it fits up. But yeah, we'll see. I tried for a while to get the replacement bung to just start threading. Unfortunately, I kind of came to a conclusion. The mid-pipe is actually cross-threaded, so we bought a thread chaser. We're gonna see if this works. Okay, so it's like 6:30 p.m. We're supposed to leave at 5. What we ended up doing was we used a thread chaser to try to clean up some of the threads. And it ended up that the thread chaser actually fit really well. So we straight up have the thread chaser just sitting in here and it does not leak. So we're gonna drive home like this. If it falls out, whatever. We have the harness, I just threw some tape on it for fun. But yeah, we'll see if this holds. All right, we are on our way back home. We might be a couple hours late, but yeah, the tap is in the exhaust and it seems like it's holding fine. I do have a check engine light. However, I don't think it's a drivability thing. I think it's just, it's freaking out because there is no sensor currently. So yeah, we're just gonna try to get home and hope that we get home. Gingerman is about 3 hours away from me in Metro Detroit. And honestly, the car just kind of ran like normal. I was a little bit paranoid, but ultimately when I was, an hour in, I figured, okay, we're probably gonna be able to limp the car home. And I had lots of time to reflect on this track day. Okay, to catch you guys up, my car has been on my dad's lift for a day, and I'm very happy to have a family member that has a lift because it allows me to really get under a car and kind of take a closer look. We are fixing the exhaust. The O2 sensor actually fell out of the exhaust. It was cross-threaded from the previous owner, and there weren't really many threads left at all. So to fix that, my buddy John, who has been in a couple videos here and there in the background, he has this crazy K24 Miata. It's like almost all carbon fiber. The dude is an absolute mad lad. And he actually welded up a new bung. You can see it right here. Threads in nice and clean. It looks pretty good. And we're just gonna throw it on. And this pipe is like 500 bucks. And I think it's definitely worth repairing and keeping this because I think it sounds good. And yeah, it is expensive. It's a Roadster Sport, double resonator. And yeah, it's definitely worth repairing for sure. A little bit tricky to see, but there's also a new bolt in the header. I threw that on yesterday. It just was not there before. Maybe it, backed itself off or something, but went to the hardware store, threw a new bolt on. That should be at least helping out a little bit. All right, let's see if I can do this with one hand. Oh, yes. Absolute butter. Oh, that's so much better. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll just have to figure out what to do with this length. It's not worth trimming these wires down in my opinion. So I'll just zip tie it somewhere. So little update, I ended up cleaning some of the oxygen sensor wiring that was done before. Because it has an aftermarket header and aftermarket mid-pipe, it's not necessarily the perfect OEM location. We have the Roadster Sport header that has the O2 sensor right here. I believe the factory is actually kind of above and on the right. It's a matter of zip ties. Some of these are just reused from the previous owner, which is fine. I feel like as long as these don't rattle around, it's totally fine. So no major worries there. I did move the secondary O2 sensor. It used to be in front of this heat shield. I moved it behind, so just took those two fasteners off, routed it behind. That should be a lot better of a location and won't fall out. Here is the new bung. So it just goes here. and then plugs into the harness right there, so it's pretty easy access. I just threw a zip tie on the chassis, and yeah, should be good. Let's start it up, see if there's any leaks. Ultimately, this first track day with the car was a complete disaster. Grand total, I probably got about 5 to 10 minutes of real track time, and driving 3 hours away, it was just not a good time. The car seems to be in good shape now, but I'm going to spend the summer dialing it in to make sure that I will not have any issues for the next track day. I want to thank you if you stuck around this long in the video. It means a lot. Definitely a lot more content coming soon for this piece of garbage Miata.